You're feeling a bit adrift, perhaps overwhelmed by the possibilities, or caught in the current of societal expectations. You're searching for a direction, a path that feels genuinely yours. The real problem isn't the lack of options, it's the abundance of them and the paralyzing effect that can have. This is a distinctly modern problem. Never before in history have we been faced with such an abundance of possibilities for what we can do, be, and create. In one sense, it's liberating. In another, it's utterly paralyzing. You're confronted with infinite paths, each calling out with its own promise of fulfillment. But instead of feeling free, you feel stuck. How do you know which choice is the right one? And what if, in choosing one path, you're inadvertently closing the door on countless others? This abundance of choice can lead to analysis paralysis, where the sheer volume of options causes hesitation, self-doubt, and indecision. Historically, people had fewer choices. Social roles, careers, and life paths were often defined by the communities they lived in. Today, technology, globalization, and cultural shifts have broadened those horizons exponentially. You can learn any skill online, travel almost anywhere, and connect with people across the world, all of which create a boundless sea of possibilities. Your grandfather knew exactly what he wanted out of life, but now you feel confused, reading Ikigai, taking BuzzFeed quizzes to know who you are. An overabundance of options can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. This condition is well documented in psychology. Barry Schwartz, in his book The Paradox of Choice, argues that while autonomy and freedom of choice are critical to our well-being, an overabundance of options can lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction. Every choice you make feels like a gamble, and because there are so many other paths you could have taken, it's easy to worry that you're missing out on something better. We become what he calls maximizers, always searching for the perfect option, which leads to a life of second-guessing and regret. Here's a thought. What if you don't need to find the best path? What if it's less about picking the perfect choice and more about committing to a choice? The abundance of possibilities isn't the problem, it's the fear of making the wrong choice. What if there are no wrong choices? The truth is, any path you choose will come with its own set of challenges, trade-offs, and surprises. Think of each choice not as a permanent all-or-nothing decision, but as an experiment. Try something for a while and see how it feels. Each choice is a way to gather information, not a final verdict on your life's worth. In a way, choosing is less about foreclosing other options and more about gaining clarity on what resonates with you. Start by narrowing your focus. Choose a few options that excite you and commit to exploring them for a set period, say 6 months. During that time, immerse yourself in the experience without constantly questioning, is this the right path? At the end of that period, evaluate. How did it make you feel? What did you learn about yourself? This process will gradually help you hone in on what aligns with your values and desires. Food for thought. If you knew you had an infinite number of lives to explore every possible path, every passion, every dream, what would you choose to devote this life to?